hopping into the standard Hellcat, you know, it has only 717 horsepower, and you know, just driving that car, you just get the sense that that's not really enough horsepower.
Is there a solution?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Really?
Because for 2019, we got this, the Dodge Challenger Hellcat Redeye, and it provides you with just what the doctor ordered: more power.
That's right. No longer are we saddled with a mere 707. Behind us is a full 797 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque.
Exactly, because the Hellcat really does need another 80 horsepower.
Okay, so let's work back from those crazy numbers.
Okay.
Is this a demon? How does this fit into the giant Hellcat lineup now?
Well, the Redeye is essentially an option package on top of the regular Hellcat. So, what does that get you?
Well, I'll tell you what it gets you is a 2.7 liter supercharger that makes more boost than the standard Hellcat, 14.5 PSI to be precise. Also, terrifyingly, you could hypothetically order a Hellcat Redeye with 800 horsepower in the narrow body configuration.
Yes, because who needs grip and tires?
Exactly. The narrow body specification, FYI, is a 275 width tire all around. This is 305 width tires all around, which is 3.5 inches wider overall than the standard Hellcat.
Unfortunately, as you can imagine, with almost 800 horsepower on tap, things tend to get still a little squirrely even with all that rubber. But that is what makes the Hellcat so great. For a car like the Hellcat Redeye to exist in this day and age is just absolutely incredible. You know, we can stand here and rattle off awesome specs and about the Hellcat, but the Hellcat isn't quite perfect. I mean, for one, it tops out with the wide body package and with the Redeye package selected.
And with things like a sunroof and real leather and a premium audio system.
Yes. Basically, the standard Hellcat starts at about $75,000, but as tested, the Redeye tops out at under $120,000, and that is a lot of cash. And although the interior has one of the best infotainment systems to use, you can still see its, shall we say, more pedestrian car roots.
Yeah.
Certain materials aren't quite up to par.
But here's the other thing. The Hellcat, because it is just a Challenger, can be used like a regular car. The trunk is huge. The back seat is actually decent.
Right.
It's got cooled and ventilated front seats, all this other stuff.
For a coupe, it's a little challenging to get into the back seats, but once you're in there, there's actually a lot of headroom.
Back seat's
and
pretty
a lot
good.
of legroom.
So Nick, here's the question. Knowing how much this option package costs, do you think you would be better served with the full-fat Redeye, or is it a better choice, you think, to be dealing with a mere 717 horsepower?
I think there are basically two schools of thought to that. Do you want bragging rights? If so, it's tough to argue against 709.
It's the trump card of any muscle car.
Exactly. But if that extra 1/10 of a second down the quarter mile and to 60 isn't really that important, then you'll be perfectly happy with the regular Hellcat.
So in summary, there are faster cars in the world, and there are cars that are empirically better. But there is nothing like the Hellcat, and honestly, I hope I'm wrong. I don't think there ever will be again. It is a car for the ages.
That it is. There will never, ever, ever be another car quite like the Hellcat ever again. For Driving.ca, I'm Nick Trejanis.
And I'm Clayton Seams.